Howdy everybody. We're up here in the process of expanding a paddock, meaning that we're going to make some new area available to the sheep, and we're going to close off this area here, this part of the paddock, because as you can see, it's been pretty well taken down. The paradigm that we follow is that we try to leave 1/3, so it's trampled, 1/3 trampled, 1/3 eaten, and then 1/3 just left alone. So 2/3 of it doesn't get eaten. We only eat like 1/3 and then we move them. We get them out of here so that the grass has a chance to recover and the good things that the sheep are doing have a chance to have their effect. We leave them here too long, they'll just keep eating down, and that won't be good for the pasture. It's also not good for the sheep because the parasites that the sheep are susceptible to are in the bottom 1/3 of the grass, not 1/3, 3 inches. And so if they're eating too close, they're eating the parasites. So we don't want that either. But I was up here yesterday with the scythe and defined the new area, but I changed my mind this morning and decided that I want to run the posts through here where they've been eating and trampling. So I'm going to come here with the scythe for just a minute and clean this up. Lena's going to take a few pictures of me, and then we'll get started with the defining the paddock. Have to trim this tree a little bit. Okay, so we've got this area here. Now we have just a little bit more to do out here. Again with the side, because we're going to be running the posts right up through here. So I have to get some of this grass down so the bottom line will not be shorted out by the grass. And again, this is the Bermuda grass, my nemesis. The secret to cutting Bermuda grass is to keep changing your angle of approach. Because, as I've said, they call this Piramide Estrella for a reason. And it's because it goes like a star, all the shoot. And so you might get one of them, but you're leaving like 4 of them. So you have to keep changing your angle of approach to get as many of those stars as you can. The points of the star. Well, I just realized I made a mistake. The line is not going to come down here. Well, you know, sometimes I surprise myself with my own stupidity. The line is going to come up from here, from that corner there. As you can see, I'm going to change my angle of approach so I can get these other ones. Again, changing the angle of approach. Okay, now this is another mistake that I made when I set up this paddock. This is what we call a choke point, because the sheep don't want to have the shock from the wire. The sheep are afraid to go up here. This is a choke point. So now I'm going to take the machete, using the correct tool for the job, and cut back some of this grass here so there'll be a clear pathway. And then when I reset the wire, I'm going to move these back this way so there'll be actually room on this side too. I don't want to do anything to this tree, so I have to work around it. Now, you may remember from another video, the very first video I posted about scything, that I said that most people don't know how to properly use the machete. And that's right, most people don't, because they chop. They chop with it. That's the incorrect way. The thing to always remember when you're dealing with sharp objects like this, a thick blade is for chopping. This is a very thin blade. There's nothing in the back here to support it. It's a very thin blade, and it's not thick this way either. So if you look at chefs, the knives that they use for chopping are big, great big things. And this type of blade is for slicing. And so you have to use the machete to slice, not to chop. So watch me. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. And if you do it correctly, I'm going to cut the whole thing in just one time. So I take a good, this is very thick here, so I don't know if I'm going to get it with just one. So it's going to appear like I'm chopping, because I'm also going down. But what I'm actually doing is slicing. I'm going like this. So watch, let's see if, there it is. The whole thing. In one time. Here's a little tree here I can take too. Hopefully you get the general idea. Now the sheep have a way to go up here without being afraid. Now we're going to take these temporary fence posts, run them from this corner down here up to here and through where I just cut with the side. I'm going to put these down. Now what we want to try to achieve is, you'll notice these three are right in line with each other. So we want to try to maintain that as best we can. And we're doing it simply by eyeballing it, and then we'll look back and see how good of a job we did. So now we have 4 of them that are in line with each other, and this is going to make number 5. Now let me be clear. This part is going to disappear. We're going to basically just move this part over to here. So the posts are more in line. This is for maximum strength of the fence. When they're in line like that, they have the most strength. So that's what we try to achieve as best that we can. And now we're going to have to make a bit of a turn. What we're still going to try to do is to keep these in line as much as possible here, and then the turn will happen here. We'll put another post here to support, because what's going to happen is as we go up, this post is going to get pulled by the wire, like this. So we're going to have another post that is going to pull it in the other direction. So let's see. I can already see that this is not what I want. I want to move this one back here a little bit more. Okay, so this is part of the old paddock, and it goes all the way around and up around there. So all of this part is going to come out. This is all going to come out. And the new, all of this is going to come to this side, and this is all just going to be a laneway going, and then coming up here. So I'll put the posts right in here. Now the expanded part of the paddock is going up here. So this is all going to expand, and then it expands from over here as well. You can see the sheep are right here. Howdy there, sheepies. All of this is still going to be in the new paddock. This was part of the old paddock, but they didn't have a chance to eat it. But I'm moving them. I'm trying to move them up higher and away from that Bermuda grass because I don't want them eating it down any more than they already have. So, as I always say, if you find these videos to be useful to you, please click the like button. That really, really helps me a lot when you click the like button, because YouTube uses that as their metric as to whether people like the video, whether they're watching it or not. So please click the like button. If you like the content and would like to continue following it, please continue subscribing. You'll be notified when I put new videos out, and you won't miss any. So I guess that's it, and I'll see you in the next video.